Hey guys, I'm S. Dan Wolf and welcome back to the channel. Now, the PC Gamer magazine article just came out this morning, and the guys over at the Planet Zoo Reddit, they are doing a phenomenal job right now of getting the information out really quick, and yeah, that is a pretty well-oiled machine for being so early in this development cycle. What did we figure out about this game maybe 9 days ago? But the quality over on that Reddit is it's really interesting. They're doing some good things. So what I thought I'd do is we will take, if you don't frequent Reddit or if you're not a Redditor and don't keep up with this stuff as much as some of us nerds do, mjcarrier gave us a really neat breakdown, and Best in Slot actually has a pretty good video out of the new screenshots from the PC Gamer magazine. And like I said over there, nothing earth-shattering. We didn't find out a whole bunch of new things and oh my god, look at these screenshots. It was just a couple new screenshots of the animals that you'll see roll through as we talk through mjcarrier's post, and just some of the information from PC Gamer magazine. So this is a list of what MJ thought was interesting, and I think you guys will too. I did. And so let's just kind of run through this. So one of the first parts of the article, it says the stars of Planet Zoo are undoubtedly the animals. They're the most convincing, lifelike creatures I've seen in a game, with incredible fidelity and nuance of animation. When they move, they have weight and presence, and you can see the muscles and bones moving under their skin. Zoom the camera in and you'll see their noses twitch and their ears flap, which is really neat. You can see that right now from planetzoo.com, the actual game's website. They've got like the zebra, the bear. I think they have the baby elephant on there, kind of, some of those animations. So really neat on that, especially that really realistic zebra ear twitch. It also says you have to provide enrichment for them to fight off boredom, give them the right food, research them, and prevent them from getting diseases. You'll have emotional highs and lows, it says. It says when an animal dies, it also affects the economy. Money stops coming in, which is an important gameplay mechanic. It kind of works on two levels, emotional and financial. If a ride breaks down in Planet Coaster, you can send the engineers to fix it, but you can't bring back a dead animal. That's a beautiful bit of destruction, and from a pure gameplay perspective, a great ingredient for the simulation. And from what you get is this emotional ebb and flow. He also says, the article goes on to say, Enrichment items include scratching posts, which when places near a viewing window will give the guests a massive satisfaction boost when a lion starts clawing it. And also it says, but if you want to protect the animal's privacy, you can spend a little more money on one-way glass. They won't appreciate crowds of people gawking at them all of the time, and this will help encourage them to play with an enrichment item. So that's pretty neat right there. They're saying, if you don't have an area for them to escape from, or don't think they're being watched, your enrichment items, the scratching posts and stuff, they're not going to do as much good. So another really interesting take on this one-way glass. It also says this is really awesome. If an animal gets into a scrap, it'll pick up wounds that will over time develop into scars and stay there for the rest of their life. So we might actually have real scar type lions. If two male lions get into it, one of them obtains a scar, it never goes away right up until the animal dies. So really neat stuff. We're talking about the interesting characteristics, and if you have an animal that's more aggressive, he may be more scarred up. He or she might get into more battles and be all scarred. So really cool stuff like that. An animal will be born and you'll see it grow and reach old age, and you'll definitely feel a sense of ownership there. They said what we have to do as animators is make sure their health is readable. An example of this is that when an animal is sick, its body language will change. Its head will droop, or its walk cycle will be more labored. Really interesting stuff. Players will even get to know what a particular animal call means, immediately identifying if a specific creature is in distress. So we will definitely know play calls from, just regular communication calls to distress calls. So really, really cool stuff. It says these random animations include a pair of lion cubs rolling around and play fighting and elephants locking tusks. Animals won't always get on, and some species get along, and some species won't play nice with others. If you put a load of lions in a habitat with a herd of zebras, you're gonna have a bad time. So there's a management tension in the game where you're making sure your habitats are good for the animals, but also making sure the guests can get a good look at them too. So that's what we talk about with the one-way glass, but still giving the animals their privacy. They go on to talk about pathing is also important because you need to be able to create an efficient network for your keepers to restock food and so on. They're saying if they're miles away from an animal or the path is too complex, the animals can go hungry. Your paths also have to offer places for the guests to get a clear view of the animals, as well as effortlessly guiding them between habitats in good time. So another thing, paths are going to come into this. We're really going to see if they've figured out to kind of step their game up. As far as this Planet Coaster goes, and we our kind of issues with the paths on that. So. And then getting towards the end, they said we've put a lot of effort also into our foliage. The planting of trees is really important to the habitat creation, which give the game a realistic, organic feel. But players can still create outlandish things. We still have a full piece-by-piece building set, and we'll have a whole new set of elements for people to create with. So something totally new than what we have in Planet Coaster. And then they said there's a lot of in-game I've only seen glimpses of, including glass enclosures that you can house snakes, reptiles, and insects in. And also, the author is describing a picture where you can see, they say this water is filthy, which means you either don't have a nearby water purifier or it's broken down. While some animals don't mind dirty water, your guests won't be able to see them swimming in it. So you know what that means. I'm thinking like maybe crocodiles and alligators don't necessarily mind muddy, kind of murkier water, but the actual guests won't be able to see your crocs and gators in necessarily really bad, murky, dirty water. So definitely we're going to have to deal with water purifiers and the likes of that as far as the management side goes, and that kind of the aesthetic side of it. And the last part they wrap up, it says you can build a railway and a tiny steam train to carry visitors around your zoo. This is quicker than walking, but it also provides a happiness boost because, well, who doesn't enjoy riding on a tiny train? So, really, really interesting stuff, guys. And like I said, these new screenshots really fun. I tweeted out a couple days ago, I said, I hope that we don't have to wait until E3, to get more information on this. I was kind of getting worried these last couple days too, because our cheeky little buddy Jonty has went really, really quiet. Like this guy has went MIA. So I'm thinking, I started to tweet him today and I'm like, okay, Jonty, tell us, how's Planet Zoo playing? Because I'm like, this guy's gone way too quiet. No tweets, no Facebook posts, no nothing. I'm like, they've given this guy a copy of the game and they've probably given him a set date that he can't release any gameplay footage of. But then I figured, Best in Slot's still putting out a lot of videos, so I would think they would get a copy out to him as well. But I was just kind of like, why is Jonty being so quiet all of a sudden? But in other ways too, you guys might be like, he might be like, well, you idiots are putting out Planet Zoo videos every single day, like dissecting hair patterns and poop piles. So maybe he figures like we've got it covered for now and he's waiting on the big stuff. But these guys are sneaky. You definitely gotta watch out for them. And one of the tall tale indicators I've found from these larger YouTube guys is when they start going quiet, something is about to happen. So I was just giving him a hard time. Like I said, I was going to say, hey, how's Planet Zoo, since you're probably playing it? But maybe, I don't think that's the case. I was just kind of busting his chops drops a little bit. But anyways, guys, yeah, like I said, big shout out to mjcarrier for breaking all this down for us, and big shout out to the guy, to all of our buddies over there at Planet Zoo that have started that Reddit up. They're really good quality over there, filtering out a lot of the junk. Yeah, so that is what we know as of Thursday, May 2nd. So hopefully Planet Zoo, hopefully they start, dripping out a little more information, maybe some screenshots, maybe a little bit of, maybe gameplay, quick 50, 60-second videos. I don't know. I just hope that the May isn't a dry information month and we kind of just have to wait until E3. But, like I said, I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. And once I know more, you guys will know more. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to keep up with this Planet Zoo content, and smash that like button if you end up enjoying this video, and helps get that out there to more peoples. And yeah, thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with me, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you. See you guys.